Come and play with me. Run away with me. Just you and me.
So I'm having a bit of a stress attack on accommodation stuff. I don't even know where to start. Where do you think? Why am I stressing?
It's stressful.
Why? What do you think is stressful?
Well, the accommodation is stressful, doing it.
Yeah, but you haven't been doing anything, so what do you think makes it stressful?
You make me stressed because you're stressed.
Because I'm stressed?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like everywhere that I think is good is not. Like, we're kind of looking at hostels now, but like private rooms, because it's kind of like, you know, it's the same as a hotel. You get a private room, private bathroom, you know, just like minus like the pretty soaps and shit. And so I'm thinking, like, that's the cheapest. It's like $200 to $300 cheaper than, you know, I'll just say for 4 days it's like $200 to $300 cheaper than a normal hotel. But then I don't know if they have double beds and like all this little stuff, and you have to pay when you get there. And then I just think, like, what if I don't like a hostel? Like, what if they don't actually have breakfast? Like, some places saying they do, they don't. Like, that's not a big thing. But I just feel like...
It's another thing, I guess.
Should we just, like, just do it at hotels so at least we feel good? Or do we just try and save money? Like, I feel like...
I don't know.
What do I do?
Where we can do hostels, I reckon, and the ones that look good, we'll do them. And, like, the ones that look shit and, like, we can't find a good hostel, we'll go into a hotel.
I was happy to book that hostel, but then I thought, oh, it says twin, not doubles. That's like 2 single beds, not a double bed. And I'm just stressing.
We'll work out.
I know it'll work out, but I just feel like I've got so much work to do and you're not doing any of it.
I'll help tomorrow.
What are you going to do?
Stuff. I'll look it up myself.
Yeah, but what are you going to look up? Are you going to contact the travel agent? Are you going to organise it? Are you going to pay for it? Are you going to do it? Like, I think you're just going to do a little research and then you're going to forget to get back to me. And that's it. You don't actually take on the responsibility. And I'm sick of it. Why?
I don't know.
It's going to add so much more. We've already gone over our budget. So this is going to go completely over our budget. How do you feel
Just
about
stick
that?
with hostels, honestly. What the fuck? Who gives a shit?
So, single beds?
No, go for obviously the double one.
And what if they don't have it?
What do you mean if they don't have it?
What if they only have the twin
Is it
room?
what's single? Is single like king single, or is it single
No,
single?
it's normal single. It's a hostel, not a fucking luxury.
What is my bed that we're in right now? Luxury? No, it's fucking king single.
Yeah, but they're hostels. They just don't choose the minimum.
Yeah. We'll work something out.
Yes, we. Is it going to be we or is it going to be me? But I still don't feel like you've taken on the responsibility. Like, I want a list. Like, what will you be doing? What will you be doing that, you know, will get this done? I can't see you doing anything.
I don't know. Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Book all the accommodation.
I will then. I don't need to talk to Sheree, I'll just book it all myself.
Yeah, but how are you going to know if the price is a good price?
Did you give me that Excel sheet thing?
And what's on the Excel sheet?
What she quoted us.
So you're just going to try and get cheaper than that?
Yep.
So we've decided that James is going to be taking on the responsibility of the hotels and accommodation.
When did we sign this?
What? You just said that you're going to do it.
Yeah, I am, and they saw that, so what do you mean tell them that?
Because, is that confirmed?
Yes, I'm going to do everything.
So I just forget about it now, is that what I
Yes.
Is that what I
I'll
do?
consult you at work, and then that's it.
When I'm at work tomorrow night?
Yeah.
And you're just going to smash it out?
Yeah.
Hallelujah! Thank you. Fake on it. Our handshake.
Okay. Oh, it's just me in this photo.
Alright, so now this is the next night from when I was stressing yesterday. And guess what? James has spent the whole night doing all the accommodation, and he's done such a good job, and he's really agitated at the moment and snapping at me and at the computer, so I can tell it's been a bit stressful for him, but he has done such a good job, and everything he's picked is just, he's been looking at everything that I would look at, like distance to the main city, breakfast, price, how it looks. Yeah, he's done such a good job. Alright, so we thought we'd update you on our accommodation woes. So this is the third night, and we have finally got like a rough estimate of our accommodation, and it is $4,000. I'm just looking at it on my screen, the laptop's behind me, $4,560. So that's just a rough estimate. Very happy with that because our original budget was $8,000 and this is half. So this gives us room to pay for all of our little tours and things like that without going over budget. So very excited. Thank you, James, for all your hard work.
All good.
Good job.
It was easy.
Yeah, whatever.
Hello, you have just watched our 3 nights of accommodation woes. That was last week, and this week we've made a lot of progress and we've got a lot of bookings that we've made, so we've pretty much gone a third of the way through.
Yep.
I'm going to just take you through on how we booked them and how our thought process was, what sites we used and all of that. So did you want to get started?
Yeah, so the first site we were told to use was Hostel World.
Yeah, so we were told to use Hostel World by our travel agent. She said that her colleague had used them because they're kind of like private, they're private rooms, which is pretty much the same.
Hostel,
yeah, within a hostel, which
and
is
much cheaper.
Yeah, so it's heaps cheaper, like a hostel pretty much is, except you've got your private room, private bathroom, you know, you lock the room, so it's exactly like a hotel but cheaper. So we've been checking out all of them.
The second site we were told to use was Trivago.
So that like compared all of the hotels.
And all the different sites pretty much together. So you would use Trivago to find a certain hotel for a certain price. And then go through that and try to get onto the actual site of the hotel. The first hostel. The first 3 accommodation that we booked was through Hostel World.
Yeah. So that was the one for London. We're staying in a hotel, so we booked the hostel because we found that was the cheapest. And yeah, so the way we picked them was we looked on to either hostelworld.com or trafalgar.com. And is it Trafalgar or Trafalgar?
Trivago.
Trivago. Trivago.com. And we looked at the prices, and if we found a price that we liked, we would then go onto Google Maps and see where it was in the city that we were staying in. And if we liked where it was in the area, we would then jump onto TripAdvisor to have a look at what other people thought of the place.
All the reviews and that,
all the
yeah,
reviews.
all the comments.
And if they were all good, then we would book it. We like a lot of them. We didn't even look at any pictures.
Yeah,
so I was
we
kind of
just
we just went the reviews, and I was so stressed. So I just thought once we liked it, we're like, yep, book it in, pay for it, done. So that's how we booked out. We in the end we didn't even think about the breakfast and that, and I guess we kind of should have because a lady at work told me a little tip that she used while she was there. She heard it when she was there, was to bring a container with you for the day and pack some of the breakfast because it's, you know, buffet, and then take that with you for lunch, so you know you save money. And yeah, so maybe we are going to take more of the breakfast into accommodation for the future bookings because we still have quite a bit to go. I might just take you through now each kind of place we book. So starting from London, we've got 4 nights at the start of the trip, and that was $677, so roughly $170 a night. And then in between our 2 tours, we've got another night in London, and that was $175. So that's around there. Amsterdam, we're staying in a gorgeous little boat. James found it on Hostel World and it looks great. It only fits two couples.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms in
So
available.
2 rooms. So, and he was so lovely. He sent a personal email and he allows you to, rent his bikes and all of that. So he was very helpful. Milan, 3 nights is $293. Now that's just in a hotel. We found they were cheap, so pretty much $100 a night there as well. Venice, 2 nights, $281. That was also in another hotel, a small hotel.
It's 140 a night, that one.
Yeah, $140 a night. Portofino now was really hard to book in Portofino. Everything was, 5-star plus, and it was so expensive, like $1,000
A night, pretty
a
much.
night, really. So it was really bad. So we decided to stay in, it doesn't even have it here where we're staying. I think it was Santa Margarita.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Really Aussie. Santa
That's what it is.
Margarita.
That's what it is.
It is, yeah. So we're staying there, and I think that's about, is it 10 or 15 minutes away from Portofino?
28 minutes or something.
28.
Minutes.
Oh, I think it's a bit less, but I don't know. So it's a fair distance away from Portofino, but that's $350 a night for 2 nights. So even that is quite expensive. It's 100. Oh well, it's the same as London, 175 a night. But for Italy, it was quite expensive, and that's not even in Portofino. So yeah. So the next is Florence. We're staying in another hotel in Florence. It's $292 for 2 nights, so $150 a night roughly. And next is Ancona, so where James's family is from. That's $100 a night, so that was great. And finally, this is the last one that we booked, is Rome. So there for 4 nights, and it's $515, so $130 a night. And it's quite funny because I've added them all up and, tried to get the average, and it worked out to be, on average, we're spending $130 a night. And that's smack bang on what Rome is.
We're only staying in 2 hostels at the moment.
Well, are you counting the boat as a hostel?
Not really.
Well, what else is a hostel? Because I think it's only London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's only one hostel.
So the
because we're
hostels
staying in the same
didn't actually
one.
end up being cheaper.
So, yeah,
really.
so
I guess you just got to shop around and look around.
I think the hostels were cheap. It was just that they weren't in a good area.
Yeah.
I
true.
found we had $8,000 with the travel agent, and I think we've added everything up, a roundabout way on how much we think we're going to spend, and I think it came to
160 a night, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
To get
$8,000 is $160 a night, but I think it's going to be like $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah, it's gonna be less because we're averaging 130.
130, not 160.
Yeah.
So that's good so far. So hopefully it doesn't increase.
The first 3 that we booked, we thought would go through Hostel World because it was the most trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next 3 we ended up going through the actual site, which ended up being way cheaper.
Yeah.
So Hostel World would be, I don't know, let's say $146 a night. But then you go through the actual site and it's $130 or $125 a night. So it ended up being cheaper. So we just kind of used TripAdvisor or Trivago just to actually just find the hotel for a good price.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through the site and end up being an even better price.
Yeah.
So that's something you can probably use
Yeah.
and find that it will actually be way cheaper.
Yeah. So with sites like bookings.com, it was great to find the actual hotel, but on TripAdvisor we had heard a lot of bad things about it.
A lot of the cheap places like Asia Rooms, hotels, Booking.com, they got really crap reviews, as in you'd pay and then you'd contact the hotel, you'd get there and there would be no booking, or
Yeah.
it's just not really, you know what I mean?
So, yeah.
You're paying less, but it's do you want to get there and there's no room booked for you.
Yeah.
So it just ended up. But it
Yeah,
ended
like
up
it's a
being
bit cheap, and it ends up being sometimes cheaper
same,
with the
cheaper,
website.
just going to the
So
actual
we thought we'd book it with them, we get a confirmation email straight back to us. Make sure you check your junk mail, because I was a bit stressed with one of the hotels that didn't reply to me, but it was actually in the junk mail. So check that. And yeah, so I think that's all of our tips on our accommodation. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next
See you later.
week.
Bye.
Bye.